bracelet. I got a beanie. And glasses. I got glasses that, ow, I just stabbed myself in the eye. They're real glasses, too. They're not the fake ones. They're like actual ones, because I can't see. Yeah. So apparently, I can't see. The more you know. Yes, apparently my vision's like 20/70, which I don't think is like a big deal. Like, I see 20 feet away like it's 70 feet away. But there's also the fact that I am kind of comparing myself to my dad, who happens to be blind in one eye. So he is 2200. So, what is my cat doing? But, yeah, so in this video, I was thinking that I could do something, like, fun fact, boredom. I was gonna talk about something, and I want it to be more of like a little warning kind of thing. So, I'm just gonna explain the video. So I draw. I like to draw things. I'm not good, but I like to draw. I look like a hippie right now because of the way I'm dressed, but I like to draw. I'm not great at it. I'm far from great at it. I'm trying to get better. And one of the many reasons why I draw, besides the fact that I like drawing, is the cat scratched me. I use it kind of as a coping mechanism. I have anxiety, so I have anxiety and depression, which those are two things some people don't talk about, and when they do, they're normally being told they're faking it. So I'm kind of taking a risk talking about this because there's a possibility I will get hate for it, but no fluffs. I was thinking I'm going to make a art video kind of thing. My sister does a lot of body fantasy sketches. She likes to draw too, so she does more fantasy drawings, like things that aren't realistic. That's not an insult to her. She's really good at what she does. I love how she works, what she does. Really good at it. A lot better than me in many subjects. I do more shading and stuff like that, and more. I like to consider myself more realistic. And so I was thinking I could do a video where I showed you guys some of the stuff that I work on, or the stuff that I've done, and like the stuff that I use. So I'm gonna go through like my art supplies. So hold on, I don't want this to be super loud in the camera. That was super loud. I'm just gonna overturn that. So obviously, hold on. Over here, gonna fall on my face. Okay. Fun fact, I love using knead erasers due to the fact that you can move them. This type of eraser, it's just like one of these erasers, but you can do this and you can mold it to shapes. Break it in half. Ooh, it's super stretchy. I've never tried to stretch it before. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did it anyway. I like to do this because there's a lot of times where I need to get to find crevices for detail. Like I need to like erase something so I can or lighten an area where I've shaded for highlight. So I need to get into finer areas. And the fact that I can do this and make a super fine tip where I can get into that crevice area. That's the purpose of the knead eraser. I feel super funny doing this, but I'm trying here, folks. I'm not trying to sound like a retard, because I am hardly know what I'm talking about. So don't take me as an expert, because I'm not. So I have a knead eraser, and I have obviously a normal eraser, tons of sharpeners. I have this, which I have already used so much, that's why it's super dirty. I don't have my charcoals. God damn it. Fluff. I don't know where they actually are right now, actually. I have charcoals. I do charcoals for more shadowy things, more abstract, monstrous things, kind of thing. But I use this, it's called like a smudge stick kind of thing. Or smudge stick thing. It's not, I don't know the technical term for it, but you can use it to, get pencil detail and then smudge the line that you drew with the pencil and then use it to help shadow. That's what that's for. And then the obvious large amount of pencils. This probably seems like an outrageous amount of pencils, but it's not because they each have different meanings. So from my understanding, I am not 100% positive. This is what I understand. This is what I've been told. This is what I've been taught, kind of thing. I'm not 100% sure this is right, but something like this. So the higher the number on the pencil right here, this is a 6B, the more blendable it is. So if you have a 2B, it's not that blendable. That's why you use a number 2 pencil, because it doesn't smudge very well. Like when you're writing like test papers and stuff, you use a number 2 pencil so it doesn't like smudge all over the paper. Because this will smudge if you rub your hand on it. Like you can draw a line, like if you draw a line on something and you like start doing something else like that's next to it, it will get all over right here in your hand and it will get all over the paper. You gotta be like careful with that. So I think the highest number that I have is 6. I have 5B, 4B, 3, H, 5H. I don't know what the H's stand for. I think B means blendable, I would assume. I just have a B. Just got a number B. This one's just a B. This one I find is super easy to blend, so I'm assuming it's a blendable one too. And this is a BH. I don't know what it means. I'm not an expert at this stuff. I just happen to draw. I keep doing this. I'm like leaning back really, really far. This is a 3B, H, and then 2H. Then these are the charcoal ones. And so that's the gist. I have charcoals, which are just like little sticks of charcoal. Little, like, they're like this about this long. They're like little, just like little sticks. They're super thin. They're completely black. You rub them across the pencil, and then you smudge them, and then they smudge. And oh yeah. Here's something that I use charcoals on. So this is really bad. This is like one of my really earlier pieces, but really bad, like I said. But I use charcoal right here for like the walls and stuff, and I like kind of like rub charcoal on it. It goes on really, really dark, but if you smudge it with your hand, it goes off. Charcoal does get really, really messy, and it gets all over your fingers. And that's just what happens. I think that's what happens when you draw anything, or at least in my experience. Then there's this. I also do charcoal with this. This is a better explain thing. Like I do charcoal with this. This is like a single layer of charcoal, and then I layered it like 2 to 3 times on this, about 5 times. And this I did a deep layer of charcoal, and then I went over with pencil, and then charcoal, and then deep layer again. Deep layer, and then went over with pencil, but lighter pencil. Yeah. And you can like do things like you can make a circle with it, and then you can smudge it, so you'll still have the outline of the circle, but it'll be like dusty. If that makes sense. So that is kind of my supplies. I got it's called like a sanding board thing. I actually don't know where that is right now. So here's that. But then I just have this stuff, which I'm extremely tired. It's kind of early in the morning for me. I don't know. It's really early. But this is something that like I did like really like was really lazy and a lot of my stuff has like deeper meanings. Some of these can be more sensitive and graphic. So if you don't like that, I suggest you don't look. But there's this, which it's just eyes, and it says Darkness is real. It lives within us. Sometimes it wins. That's not like really like deep and stuff. It's just kind of like monsters. I like monsters. Okay, monsters are cool and fun. Cool, fun, and fresh. I don't know. I'm bored and tired. This is something that's a little more sensitive. Many people won't like this. Not this. This is just blank. But there's this. It just has a lot of things, misconceptions about, depression. There's a lot of misconceptions about things about depression. Commonly said thing. You don't understand. PSA really quick. I keep smiling in this, and don't take this as me being insensitive, because I'm not trying to sound insensitive, just, but, with self-harm, that is a sensitive subject for a lot of people, and if you know someone who self-harms, don't just sit there and tell them to stop, because it is not really, it's really hard to explain, but they are in a lot of pain, and most people, not necessarily everyone, but a lot of times, they don't really have control over their emotions. They just don't have control in their life, and that gives them control. It gives them control. It's their form of control. Yes, there are people who self-harm because they want to end their life, and it isn't a good thing to do. It's not okay to do. I'm not saying it's okay, but it is not something that if you find out someone does, you can't just sit there and go, well, stop. Or you can't get angry at them about it, because it is really difficult to explain. You have to support them, because it is hard for them not to, in a sense. And a lot of the time, once they do stop, they will actually feel a sense of pride. It's like, holy shit, I haven't done that in a couple of months. Holy shit. It is, a really hard subject for a lot of people to discuss, so many people just ignore it. I know many people who would rather, or who believe that is something that shouldn't be discussed, or you shouldn't discuss it, and that is something you keep to yourself, which is not okay. That is kind of fucked up, because it takes a lot to be open about it, and yeah, if I keep talking, I'm gonna end up getting really upset, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna change that before I get very upset. I'm not gonna start talking about that. Okay, this one is different. Okay, so honestly, I started drawing this just due to the fact that I wanted to get better at drawing hair. I'm not very good at it. Obviously, you can tell. Has a meaning behind it. Obviously, you can't read that, because unless you know French, you're not gonna understand it. So there's this. I'm trying to like make it to where you guys can see it, because I'm not sure you guys can see the entire thing. But this says Alone Together, which is something me and my sister say a lot. Me and my sister are very close. We're extremely close, and I honestly don't know what I would do without my sister, because she's like my rock. I would probably be very lost. Literally, because she's found me many times lost in a store. I get lost in stores a lot. But many people know the reference from Steven Universe, which is something that my sister loves. She's younger than me, but she loves Steven Universe. It's from Escapism, or the Diamond Days, I think that's what it's called. She watches and talks about it all the time, which I don't mind. I talk about all my random shit all the time, so it's from the Diamond Days of Steven Universe. Apparently, I'm a pearl. I behave like a pearl. I've seen pearls. Shit's mean. Not pearl, but pearls in general. But Alone Together is just a reference from Steven Universe for her. It's something that has a lot of depth to it, which is actually surprising. I've heard it before Steven Universe. She heard of it. I say it a lot more before she heard of it on Steven Universe kind of thing. That doesn't make sense. I'm trying to make sense of this. It's not making sense. But pretty much me and my sister are very close, and this is like one of her favorite little sayings, because I'm a depressing little baby, and that's what she loves to call me. And it's kind of like, no matter how long you will be, we'll always be together, so we'll be alone together. Logic. Yeah, but it's written in French, because French is a language that I'm learning. I'm also part French, so I'm very European, which is very surprising. Not really. I'm very, very pale. I'm actually Native American, which is surprising. That's surprising. I'm very pale. But that means a lot to my sister. I kind of drew it for my sister. Hey kitty, just get out of the curtain. My cat's in the curtain. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm gonna start rambling. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. You know what? I need some help. I need you guys to help me with something. Hey, what do you, no, get out of the curtain. Get out of the curtain. No. Okay, that cat's just gonna destroy my curtain. But I need you guys' help. If you guys have any favorite TV shows or anything, tell me in the comments below. Because I need to find another TV show to start watching. So tell me about one. And I'll check it out. What is she doing? Well, she stopped out of the curtains. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please do consider subscribing. And other YouTubey stuff. So yeah.